Today, a student can generate a comprehensive essay on macroeconomics, an employee can output a highly structured data analysis, and a government official can draft a complete policy memo. All of this happens flawlessly in a matter of seconds. We call this peak efficiency. We call it smart work. But the speed of that output hides a severe psychological shift. In the past, people who lacked knowledge usually knew it. Their ignorance came with a built-in humility that forced them to listen and study. Today, a search bar or a chatbot delivers instant, perfectly formatted answers. It provides the absolute confidence of an expert without requiring a single ounce of actual competence. This creates a specific modern condition, the arrogance of ignorance. Users read a smooth, articulate response on their screen and immediately mistake the machine's fluency for their own mastery. Because the text looks professional and sounds authoritative, the person pressing enter feels genuinely capable, even if they couldn't explain a single underlying concept from memory. By receiving the final product instantly, we bypass the necessary struggle to find meaning. Knowledge usually requires patience, reading, comparing, and verifying. When a polished answer arrives ready-made, it removes that friction. The human mind becomes completely passive, learning only to accept the result without ever grasping the logic that built it. We are not building a more enlightened society. By prioritizing convenience over comprehension, we are constructing an economy of false genius. We are filling our organizations with slick, elegant outputs while silently starving them of true human understanding. This diagram shows a predictive text tree illustrating exactly how large language models actually operate. They do not comprehend the ideas they generate. They connect symbols through statistical correlation, guessing the mathematical probability of what word should logically come next in a sequence. The human brain processes reality entirely differently. We connect ideas through causality. We understand the physical principles and the consequences behind a pattern. That kind of understanding is earned through deliberate steps, living in the uncomfortable friction between confusion and clarity. Because machines skip that friction, they produce what we can call synthetic wisdom. They perfectly mimic the calm, certain tone of an experienced teacher, but there is no perception or truth beneath the surface. It is a hollow shell of intelligence that satisfies our desire for a quick answer without offering any actual substance. This frictionless speed is incredibly dangerous because it kills our instinct to doubt. AI systems frequently invent facts, fake sources, or fabricate statistics, a flaw known as a hallucination. Because the machine never hesitates and the grammar is flawless, users accept these invisible errors. They assume the fluency of the answer guarantees its accuracy. When we replace the uncomfortable, messy work of learning with the smooth speed of algorithmic prediction, we lower our defenses. We willingly accept polished, mathematically generated lies as absolute truth, simply because it saves us time. This illusion of mastery has escaped the individual user. It is now actively infecting the foundational pillars of our society, replacing critical human oversight with mechanical imitation. In education, schools are increasingly functioning as factories for formatted minds. Students use systems to solve complex problems and write comprehensive essays, transforming their role from active thinkers to passive editors. They are rewarded for polishing a machine's output rather than producing original, critical thought. In the corporate sector, businesses have developed a heavy addiction to automation. Highly skilled problem solvers are reduced to managing software. They ferry data between prompts and outputs, delivering perfect presentations and reports while completely losing the ability to reason through the logic behind the numbers. The public sector is following the exact same path. Bureaucracies now draft regulations and evaluate impact studies using AI systems that organize data based on statistical mimicry. This strips crucial moral reasoning, accountability, and independent expert consultancy from the policies that govern millions of lives. Across classrooms, boardrooms, and ministries, we are chasing blind efficiency. In doing so, society is eagerly delegating its decision-making power to machines that process information faster than any human, but possess zero understanding of the real world. As this technology scales, a new socioeconomic divide is opening up. The defining split of the modern workforce will not be between the rich and the poor, but between those who think and those who prompt. The prompter uses AI as an escape from effort. They follow instructions, rely on templates, and trust the illusion of intelligence provided by the machine. Because their entire value is tied to formatting outputs they don't actually understand, they will be seamlessly replaced the moment the system becomes cheaper and faster than they are. The thinker uses AI strictly as a subordinate tool to augment their own deep reasoning. They understand the underlying logic of the subject matter, allowing them to question the algorithm's answers. By doing the hard work of learning, they preserve the uniquely human advantages of context, ethics, and judgment. We have to challenge our modern obsession with blind efficiency. Speed without judgment becomes a meaningless blur. The true value of human work, our creativity, our ethical boundaries, and our capacity for innovation actually requires pauses. It requires the friction that automation attempts to erase. The immediate solution is to recover our intellectual humility. We must actively learn to doubt again. We have to view artificial intelligence not as an infallible master of decision-making, but as a processor of information that strictly requires human direction and verification. In an age where instant synthetic certainty is available to everyone, deep knowledge is no longer about having the answers, it's about knowing which answers to doubt. The ultimate competitive advantage is the willingness to struggle for genuine understanding. To protect your mind, never let a machine